Livert, Ismoo, pre-bans are out. Leona, Pontos are going to be units of choice right now.
A lot of respect being shown right away. Ismoo does get first pick advantage, though. Most likely going to see. I actually want to know if he'll steal the Annabelle. And he does. There it is. Ismoo digging into Livert's box right away. We see the Annabelle first pick on the left side here. Livert response, though, could immediately take down the Vanessa Triana. Both are great options for him here.
Ooh, Livert taking his time as well. I don't know if he's going to go for that Triana Vanessa, but he may revert back to that Triana Vanessa in his first match. He is taking a little bit of time thinking about it.
Yeah, I think he wants to utilize that time or really think about what he can take and what could be taken afterwards. So Ismoo leaning towards the CR. CR is great here. Juno could be potential as well. However, Livert does have the Acroma, the anti-crit passive built in there.
CR being drafted by Ismoo here. Ooh, and he's going to be bringing that Wusa as well. Wusa with that massive skill 2 damage and no strip on the side of Livert.
I like the Wusa. Ismoo paid attention to the match with Obaba. He knows the damage output potential is there, and he's not too worried about it. Ismoo, great opportunity here with that Diana. Has to be a little bit worried about the Acroma, though. Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely oof, I can't help but say he's already planning on banning out the Acroma. Livert needs to read that and take advantage of this last pick, something that Ismoo's not ready to deal with because Ismoo just showed his ban already.
Charlotte or Rika are not bad here. Rika's okay into this because if he bans out the Wusa, he has to deal with the Annabelle cleanse, but he can really hold down the Annabelle. Oh my goodness, it's EU Cup like it always is. There it is. There's the last pick, Antares into the Diana.
Antares is going to be wrapping up Livert's draft here. Definitely expecting Ismoo to be banning out that Acroma.
You know, we've watched so many matches, and I'm always still surprised to see people pick Antares. It's done so much work in this tournament, yet I am still surprised to see people pick it every single time. When will I just assume that they're going to last pick Antares?
Whoa, Antares looking so good that Ismoo actually bans out the Antares here over the Acroma, and Livert, he bans out the Diana.
I think this match favors Ismoo, actually. He has a lot of sustain that I don't know if Livert can break through.
Well, here we go, guys. We're getting into our round 1 in the semifinal. Ismoo and Livert. We've got Wusa taking first turn, possible shields coming up, but he's keeping in mind with that Praha.
Interesting. Saving his sustain. Doesn't want to go for that early damage. Just wants to wait it out a little bit. Possibly take the turn afterwards.
Praha looking to cycle a little bit of a attack bar here going after the Verd. Verd does revenge, though.
A skill 3 here is actually not a bad idea. You deny the turn from the Verd. Interesting that he goes for the Sierra for the chip damage. I guess he's testing Sierra's HP here.
Ooh, there's that missed bomb on top of Praha there. Sierra trying to cycle a little bit of attack bar with the first skill, of course. Vertiheel cycling a lot of attack bar with his first.
Big defense break here into Sierra. No extra turn, though. Could put the immunity up. Deny a bomb. Deny the slow debuffs here from the Annabelle.
See if he does go for the cleanse on that little dot that he has going on right there, and does cleanse. Throws up the immunity to protect himself. Chroma looking to take advantage of the defense break sitting on top of Ciara, dealing massive damage to that Ciara.
Wow, 18k on the defense break. That was a lot more than I expected. Ismoo most likely not going to put up the immunity here yet. Doesn't want the Praha to put dots up on the enemy team. There's the big heal from the Annabelle. 15k. Yeah, the Annabelle buff was pretty strong. Healing on max HP is pretty effective here. Ismoo just chipping away at that Vanessa.
Yep, possibly going for that third skill, put everybody to sleep here, and then even healing up his own units here. That wasn't looking super healthy, but it's back to full health.
Not much Livert can do, though. Doesn't have any skills, doesn't have any significant debuffs available. Kind of just felt like a little bit of a wasted sleep, but Triana puts it back to sleep. Triana says, I can do that too. Here comes the violent proc from Chroma. Chroma has a silence opportunity. Could go into the Annabelle, but most likely won't hit the silence.
Does not hit the silence at all. And Ismoo looking for some defense breaks and slows across Livert's side of the field. Gets a handful of them, though.
A little bit rough, though. That extra turn does take the sleep off the Wusa. Wusa will have an opportunity for more damage here with the defense broken. Vanessa up.
does go for Wish of Immortality already. We do have the strip that's on the side of Livert with his Praha, of course. Livert trying to go after the Ciara here of his unit of focus.
Well-timed immunity here from the Wusa. Ismoo playing it very safe, very calculated. Extra damage from the Akroma, extra procs. It is pretty good, the amount of damage that Livert is dealing here, and there's no like certain kill potential here on the Akroma yet. But overall, it's looking a little bit rough. Oh, there's the revenge from the bird. One crit does get a little bit of attack bar. There has a bomb opportunity.
Most definitely. Bomb opportunity misses on top of the Vanessa. Not exactly what Ismoo wanted to see right there. Cycling a lot of attack bar, hitting this Vertiheel.
This is about to be 2 turns. Actually, this Praha's dead, I think. The rotation, skill 1 from Ciara into another Verd. With the slow debuffs, actually, this is pretty bad for Livert. Livert's about to take a lot of damage on a lot of units.
Whoa, but Livert knows what he needs, and that was a violent proc. Drops the Ciara there. Livert needed that so bad.
Ismoo needs to kill the Vanessa here. He can't take any risks. Okay, plays it smart, takes the kill, secures it down, pops the Triana passive. This match is not quite yet won on either side. Ismoo does have a lot of damage. We know that Livert has tons of damage on that Akroma, so it's lower HP. Ismoo opting to go for the Praha, though. A little bit risky. Praha is going to rotate ahead of the Verd here and the heal. Oh, not 100 crit on that build, though. But gets the Violent proc into the heal anyways. It's not looking good. Livert's leading now.
Yep. Ismoo trying to go after this Triana as much as possible. A lot of sustain on, honestly, both teams still. A little bit of poke damage coming towards Triana. Triana handling it very, very well.
Things are looking a lot better here for Livert now that the damage output has been reduced. However, Ismoo does have the Verd for rotations. Here comes the shield. But does he save it? Does he take the risk?
Yep, he takes it. I do believe the strip is up on top of the Praha.
Goes for the slow debuff and the defense break. Extra turns, pretty valuable. Not quite sure if he needs to go for the heal here. Could just go for skill 1 damage just right into that Praha. Take her down as low as he can.
Yeah, I do think he's at a point where he should have started piling into this Praha, especially with that defense break, but he chose to go for it anyways here. Triana gets a Violent. That's a heal. And there's the Violent.
Call it a caster's curse.
Oh, man. Ismoo trying to do all he can. Going right into the Triana with everybody else.
Oh, that's a lot of damage, though. That heal, that skill 2 pure damage is pretty effective with the Verd. Could rotate forward enough with it. Might want to just chip down this Annabelle as fast as possible.
Choosing not to strip there. Doesn't want a chance. Vertiheel cutting in front of him there.
One Violent proc from the Wusa could be enough. No Violent proc on Wusa. Is it going to be enough? Not quite enough to take down the Triana. Does get the extra rotation with Verd, though. Skill 2 is available. Praha's going to get the rotations forward. Is she going to move in front of the Wusa? I don't think so, but an extra turn here could be enough to kill the Wusa.
Ooh, Wusa does get put to sleep. Vertiheel trying to drop Triana. Triana's not going to drop just yet. All the sustain sitting in the hands of this Praha.
Well, Praha should go for the kill here. Go for the safeties. Take the skill 1 kill. Don't go for the heal, but he does it anyways. And the Wusa procs does manage to sleep. The Wusa, though, does deny the Wusa skill 2, but an extra turn from Annabelle brings back the heal. Oh, I don't know. Wusa might live through this now.
Oh, Wusa's trying to live through this. All the additional turns coming out, all the sustain. Triana putting the Wusa to sleep here. Vertiheel trying to cut as much as possible. Does he choose to wake it up with a skill 3? Is he going to go with the first skill sleep? He gets the first skill sleep onto the Triana.
Oh, doesn't go for the extra sleep for the chance at a Violent proc to heal him. And there it goes. Wusa's going down. Livert should be able to take it now. The big damage here onto that Annabelle and the extra turn from Akroma.
So many turns coming out of this Chroma, dealing so much damage as well. Massive heal coming out of that Annabelle. Praha trying to do all he can. Vertiheel may have enough here to drop the Triana, and does so. The damage is honestly in both hands right now, and the defense breaks does favor this Annabelle a little bit, but Annabelle is going to be dropping. There's no way Ismoo is going to come back from this one.
That's not enough damage to get through. Almost enough to kill, though. That's a huge damage. Double crit into the Praha here. Gets the heal. Doesn't sleep, though.
And Akroma finishes off that Vertiheel. Livert taking round 1 away from Ismoo.
Well, there you go. Livert. I mean, I think that match was very back and forth. We saw a lot of procs in both directions, missed crits with the Akroma passive being there. But I think in the end, possibly it might have been a rune quality difference that made it in the end, because there were so many points where, you know, Triana was left on a slither of health. One more crit or one more little bit of additional bad damage from artifacts would have made the difference. But Livert's units are just so tanky and so efficient with such high resistance. I really like Ismoo picking the accuracy lead to help him get a little bit more debuffs. But at the same time, it was really Anivel that relied on that accuracy lead and the Ciara, but the Ciara went down quite quickly anyway. So I'm not sure if you could have benefited a little bit more from the speed lead from Ciara instead of the Wusa lead.
Well, we'll find out if they make those kind of adjustments getting into round 2 with Ismoo and Livert. Livert looking pretty strong right now and confident with that first victory over Ismoo. Pre-bans from last time, the Pontos and the Leona now available.
I think a lot of these players, when we have these really long drawn out matches, a lot of the time players will second guess themselves and they'll begin to start targeting things that they're not really certain about. And I think that is one of the biggest issues that Ismoo faced in the last match. I think he had a lot of opportunity to effectively kill units had he picked a different unit to go for. He kept going for the Praha there, knew she was on Violent, knew she had the extra rotations. Really should have just killed the Triana early on. The Triana had a lower amount of impact and honestly did a lot of damage.
Well, Livert's first pick is going to be that Triana. Ismoo very quick to lock it in. Double Oracle, Ciara and Praha.
Interesting. Ciara Praha fairly effective here. Praha's very good against the Juno, so it's a little bit tougher. Oh, Livert though with the Water Mage. We do see the Nana. Livert brings it out.
This is an interesting comp coming out of Livert. We have Vanessa Triana and Nana.
Yeah, I like this though because the Anivel's pre-ban, the Nana does provide the defense break that he's looking for the damage output. Has a Chroma and Leona as opportunities for the last 2 picks, so Ismoo needs to be very careful about what he takes here.
Well, let's see what he's going to be drafting, because that's a lot of sustainance, a lot of revive on the side of Livert, and it looks like we're going to see a Kaki and a Wusa coming out for Ismoo. I do like seeing Kaki. I just don't know if I like seeing Kaki here.
I don't really like seeing Kaki anymore. As much as I loved him and I thought he was a great opportunity to pick into things like Leona, his damage output has become significantly worse. I don't know if he can actually live through the amount of damage this team is about to output.
And Leona does a lot of work here. And Diana's going to be wrapping up Livert's drafts.
Interesting that he went for the Leona instead of the Akroma. I feel like the Akroma is fairly effective into Ciara Praha. However, Leona with the counter buff alongside the stun might be more effective in this situation.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can back up Ismoo in his draft here going up against Livert. I feel like Livert may have the edge here. He's got a lot of sustain. He's got all those revives. He's got to keep that Nana in mind, and it looks like the Leona is going to be the ban here, and Livert heal as well.
Interesting. Livert lands a defense break and the whole game changes, but Ismoo has a lot of potential because no immunity for Livert outside of the Triana 1 turn. That Ciara could rotate a million times.
I mean, speed leads are definitely coming out here. Livert with the 33 speed lead. I think Ismoo's thinking about accuracy or resistance at this point. I'm curious what he's going to be going with. And he goes with the speed lead anyways. Here we go, guys. Ismoo and Livert. We're getting into our round 2 between both of them in the semifinal match. Let's get into it.
Both players very, very focused on here. I'm quite sure how this match is going to go out. There it is. Wusa does take the first turn. Well, the amount of attack bar difference here is pretty significant, though.
Yep, immunity is going to be up for Ismoo here. Looking for a full team strip. Doesn't strip much, though.
Only the strip on the Diana. Diana can actually play super safe here. We have a lot of potential here. We have the Vanessa, the Triana, and the Water Mage. Extra turn for Kaki after the defense break, though. It's a lot of damage output. A lot of chip damage here from Ciara.
Yeah, looking to pile in a ton of damage on top of this Diana here. Diana still barely holding on. That Dot may be able to kill, but he is protected.
Yeah, going for the Ciara kill here. Wants to take out the Ciara right away.
Wusa potentially looking for some big damage from the second skill.
Might split here. Oh, doesn't split. Wants to pop the Triana passive. All right, 1 of 3 things are down. We still got a Soul Stone. We still got a Vanessa revive. A lot of opportunity for different things to come up right now.
And we have Praha possibly looking to deal a little bit more damage towards the Vanessa.
This revives can be pretty effective though. Well, the attack buff doesn't really make that much of a difference if it revives from Warrior's Return. However, this is enough to strip and go straight into that Sierra.
And a Ciara taking a ton of damage here. Diana's going to be transforming. Is it going to be additional turn coming out here? There's the additional turn coming out from this Diana. Diana going to be pummeling even more damage on top of this Ciara here.
And Ismoo was not expecting that. He was really hoping for something different. This is not good for him. This is a very, very bad situation. He now has 2 stacks here available on the Nana, and it's not going to look good for the Kaki here.
Yep, looks like they're really trying to take care of Kaki here, but the Sweet Dreams coming out here, getting a full heal on the side of Ismoo with an additional turn as well, looking to cycle a little bit of attack bar on top of Vanessa. Vanessa still took that very, very well.
Just like the first turn there, Praha strip only landing on the Diana, just like the sleep only landing on the Diana. Not enough accuracy to go into these max resist units.
Yep, defense break sitting on top of Vanessa. That's exactly what Ismoo needed to get. He needs to take down this Vanessa as soon as possible. He has the multi-hits to be able to do this. Attack break's going to be very strong sitting on top of Kaki right now.
Interesting that Livert didn't go for the attack break earlier. He went for the skill 2, wanted the defense break opportunity. I guess defense break into the attack break would be more effective.
Triana looking to heal up, get some immunity on his team, protect that Diana. Diana still looking to pummel more damage into the team, but is this Kaki going to be doing something about it? Let's see. Kaki is going to, he would have cut if that Diana decided to transform.
Diana plays safe here. Here it goes, chip damage from Ismoo on the Praha. Goes towards the chip damage onto the Diana. Going for it, puts the shield up. Oh, doesn't put the shield up. Wants the next stack. It's going to be kind of scary here, though.
Yep, trying to pummel more damage on top of the Kaki here. Looking for a defense break on him as well. Kaki might be in a little bit of trouble here. And the additional turn's going to be coming out from this Vanessa, pummeling more damage once again. Triana trying to probably take advantage of this as well.
Triana does have passive back, though, so Wusa's a little bit less scary. Livert could actually transform and take the risk into this Kaki if the defense break remains just for the quick kill.
There's that defense break sitting on top of the Diana, looking to put everybody to sleep here.
Needs to keep damaging out this Kaki. Does have the Triana protect, who could survive a skill 2, but a violent proc will be too much. Vanessa does not get the passive back because she's asleep, sadly.
Well, I mean, Livert's draft is just super safe right now. He's able to... No, he's not able to take out that Diana just yet. Triana's coming in, sustaining the team, healing it up just a little bit more.
Well, that Triana passive, very effective, though, does actually deny the opportunity for that Kaki to violent proc. Livert does have the Vanessa passive back. He manages to keep it alive still. Somehow, some way, he's still managing to stay good.
Diana's going to be transforming, looking to pummel some big damage in here. Livert's going to be taking advantage of one of these units. Praha might be... And it is the Wusa instead going to be the unit he's trying to take advantage of.
Oh, Diana extra turn in human form means she can't proc again a second time, so it's going to look a little weak here. Here it comes, the skill 2, almost enough. Chip damage from the Praha should be enough to take it down and bring back the passive for the Vanessa. Kaki will finish with skill 2, and it's going to look really, really rough for Livert.
Yeah, definitely. Here's that big skill 2, trying to deal a ton of damage here. Of course, the Revive's going to be coming back with the Diana. Diana can take advantage of this attack break, maybe transform here. We might just see a shield to protect his team just a little bit.
Interesting choice from Ismoo here. I think he might have potentially thrown away a victory. Could look bad. If he does manage to kill this Wusa, it's not going to be very good. Does have 2 units to move in front, and the extra turn from Diana. Diana will get an extra turn. Manages to take out the Wusa guaranteed, but could also do a significant amount of damage to this Praha. Ismoo taking too many risks, not playing it safe, taking out this Diana 100%.
Yeah, there's too much sustain. There's too much revive on the side of Livert right now. There goes the Wusa. Diana just being so oppressive. Diana's definitely going to be transforming, going off on this Praha. Does Ismoo choose to let this match play out, or is he going to be conceding? Probably going to be letting it play out.
No despair stuns here from the Nana. Not quite sure if that Nana's even on despair at this point.
Diana, man, still holding on, refusing to go down.
This match is not over yet, though. This match is not over yet. There is potential. Oh, the revenge Ismoo gets here. The sleep could be huge if he manages to hit it.
That was a great revenge there, able to heal and sustain his team. Kaki looking to do all he can. No additional turns coming out. Triana pushing back that attack bar. We have it again. This is actually looking okay for Ismoo. Can Ismoo make a comeback right now?
Ismoo's gambling for a second proc by chance here. Goes for the safety kill. No. And he gets the proc. The skill 2 is going to be enough to take down the whole team.
Is it going to be enough? So much damage came out with that cocky. Ismoo with the great respawn there. Holy cow.
Absolutely incredible. Even after making such a vital mistake, not killing the Diana, does manage to live through the counter, and the extra turn for Praha does give him the daydream, topping off that cocky, and it's over. Livert somehow didn't actually win that one.
I astounded. I thought he had it in the bag, but you know what? Cocky was able to come back there, and Ismoo taking round 2 away from Livert.
Honestly, guys, that have been the most back and forth match we've seen so far. I mean, at one point we thought Ismoo had the upper hand, then Livert had almost won it, then Ismoo had almost thrown it. Boom, boom, boom. In the end, that Kaki proc was just astounding. He took out the Triana, and then he got the proc. I was thinking, if he gets the proc right now, it's over, and he got it. Interesting stuff, though. I think he might have found the secret to one of the units that seems to be counter Livert very well. That Kaki. There's a tanky unit that does a lot of damage and self-heals, defense breaks. Actually, really good into Livert's team overall if Livert doesn't have access to that handle.
Now, I think that Kaku is definitely an excellent pick there in that moment. So great job. Awesome drafting. Very exciting. It was a long one, though. It was a long one, but we're getting into the round 3 with Ismoo and Livert. Going to see how this next match is going to be playing out.
We most likely won't see a water mage in this draft, so I think order of kill is a little bit different. It'll be a little bit easier to manage. I do think that that match was drawn out a lot longer than it should have been. There were a lot of opportunities for Ismoo to end the game early on, but didn't quite take it. I do think that the revenge on the Praha did save him, though. That was something we haven't seen yet, actually. We haven't seen his Praha get a sick revenge.
Got the pre-bans here. Leona and Pontos pre-banned out. Ismoo taking that Annabelle away from Livert. Livert very quick to be drafting those crutch picks. That's that Vanessa and Triana, this combination together.
Yeah, it's definitely the core for his draft. He's very, very, very much a Vanessa Triana picker. He enjoys that turn 2, that revive potential anti-snipe combination. Ismoo taking away a lot of units from Livert. We see the Praha taken, we see the Annabelle taken, no Leona on the field. We're most definitely going to see the Akroma come up, but what does he take alongside the Akroma and Diana here?
I mean, it could be a lot of things. I can't help but think that Akroma might be coming out as well. I would assume Livert has one of those Onimushas, but I don't think he's going to be drafting that here. And it is going to be Wusa and Akroma coming out for Livert.
Interesting. I do like the Wusa, actually. It's a little bit on the riskier side to pick right away. I do think Diana's better. But I guess he just didn't want to give the Wusa to Ismoo.
Ismoo drafting Diana and Fran. Looks like he hasn't locked it in just yet. Might make some adjustments. And it is going to be the Diana and Fran being locked in for Ismoo. Livert looking to respond to wrap up his draft here.
What does he pick into this? So he has anti-crit for the Diana and the Oracles. Charlotte seems like a fairly good pick, but I also think that Antares is not really that bad of an idea should you consider banning the Annabelle.
See what this last pick is going to be from Livert, and it is going to be the Juno. Interesting Juno coming out for Livert here.
So Juno pick, I think we're going to see probably the Praha ban. I think the Praha is too annoying into it. Praha kills Juno, but Praha is also really annoying into the Vanessa and the Wusa. On the other side, I want to say we're going to see the Akroma ban, but we might actually see the Juno ban instead.
Now let's see, because I mean that strip into the Wusa is definitely going to be pretty big for Ismoo, so it doesn't signify the ban on the Praha. It's going to be Diana getting banned out here and the Vanessa getting banned out as well. Got an HP lead for Livert. He's looking to stay alive in this match here, and we're getting into it. Round 3, Ismoo, Livert, let's go.
Ismoo leaning in towards potentially an attack buff bomb first turn snipe setup onto the Triana.
Definitely not going to be going for a skill 3 right here. Just a little bit of poke damage potentially into the Wusa Triana.
Wusa's pretty fast for one of Livert's units. We don't usually see his units at this kind of speed. To put up the immunity here, does have the opportunity for skill 2 instead.
Yep, there's all the buffs sitting up here. The strip's going to be coming out as well. Doesn't strip the Juno.
No strip on the Juno, no strip on the Triana. Bomb is going to do pretty significant damage, but the healing from the 22.3k is pretty big. The cleanse into skill 2 heal is going to be pretty good for the Wusa, though.
Yeah, most definitely. I think we're going to be seeing a silence landing on top of this CR, and it does land true. No additional turn this time coming out of Chroma. Beautiful Despair Stun coming out of Juno, though.
Livert just going for just straight damage into the CR. Wow, that attack buff into that heal, 18.7k. That's pretty significant heal there for Ismoo.
Yeah, massive heal, but massive damage coming out of Wusa with that skill 2 onto CR. But CR is going to be procking here. We see no bomb.
We see no bomb, only dots. That's what we see every time we see Sierra throw a skill 2, especially against Livert, knowing he's got those high resistance units. Oh, and the extra turn here from Livert might be enough to take out the Sierra. Sierra goes down. Ismoo's in shambles now, lost his biggest damage dealer.
Needed to have that on the field, and it is gone now. Gets the defense break sitting on top of the Wusa as well, looking to take it out ASAP. Nothing here. Wusa does have a skill 2, possible 2-turn sleep, landing on top of Fran.
Wusa with the triple resist against the Fran, though. That might also be a resistance-focused Wusa. Livert really using that turn 2 setup with max resist on all of his units. Not looking very good for Ismoo in this draft. Ismoo doesn't have enough damage to really compete in with this.
Yeah, he really does in a Chroma. So many additional turns, dealing so much damage. Fran not looking so healthy. Needs the additional turns on one of his healers to help get sustained back onto his Fran.
However, Annabelle Praha can beat out the Chroma and Juno, assuming that they do manage to get the kill onto the Triana. Although I think that was a mistake. I think Ismoo actually might have thrown. Oh, but the extra turn could be enough to kill. Does manage to move in front. He is fast enough.
Yep, drops that Wusa. Wusa goes down here. Triana looking to do a little bit of focus on one of these units, and that unit is going to be the Fran.
A lot of big damage coming out of this Fran's. Not a lot of sustain here for Livert, so it might not be enough. It might not be enough damage, actually.
Yeah, a lot of additional damage. A lot of multi-hits on the side of Ismoo. That'll help getting through this Triana. But is the Achroma going to provide enough damage for Livert?
There it is, the extra turns. There it is, the revenge. Defense break onto the Juno's going to be pretty effective. Could get a violent proc here with this Praha. Could be a lot of damage.
He has to go onto this Praha for sure. This
missing
Juno.
one crit, though. missing two crits there is a little unfortunate. Doesn't cleanse the Juno. Smart, wants the extra healing from the Juno.
And here we go. We're going to see some big hits. I think he wants to go after this Fran like he did before. No! He chose to go and change it up. He's moving on to the Praha this time. There's that big heal again, though.
Needs the damage here. Ismoo does put up the immunity. Big strip opportunity for the Juno. Juno goes for the strip. What do we hit?
Wow, misses it on top of the Annabelle and Fran, though.
The extra attack bar gain here from the Praha. This Praha, very valuable on revenge. Super effective against Livert with his lower damage comps.
Yeah, definitely a lot of damage indeed. Praha looking a little low, but the additional turns are rolling out. He has the ability to heal himself, but he would be putting this Praha, the Juno, asleep. Juno chooses not to heal himself up.
Praha, no heal, doesn't need it, wants to get the kill here. But the extra turn from Annabelle, it's not going to be enough. Needs to get a sleep here. No sleep. Big heal opportunity. Purify. Huge damage Purify. Or huge damage removed, sorry, from Purify.
Oh, and the Juno does drop here. Ismoo might be able to turn it around with all of the sustain that he has on the side of the field.
However, with the damage output right now, he needs to top off. Play it safe. Into the Achroma. Does play it safe. Gets the heal. Slowly chipping down that Achroma. Needs to get the kill here on the Praha. Needs the skill 2 into the violent proc with the extra turn, but it's not enough. She's so tanky. She's going to live through this.
Yeah, Ismoo needs all the additional damage he can get his hands onto right now. He needs to take out this Achroma, and he's got the multi-hits to do it.
Not looking good for Livert. It's not enough damage to get through this healing. This triple healer comp is just too much for his turn 2 slow setup.
Yep, just not enough damage on the side of Livert. He brings these such tanky units, but he was able to, withstand everything Ismoo had here, but just not enough damage to get something going for Livert.
Oh, almost didn't kill there, but just enough. Here it is. And the extra turn's going to top it off. Pra's back to full, and Livert is losing the war of attrition here against Ismoo.
Yep, exactly so. There's even more cleanse. He's got heals. He's got cleanses all over the place. Is Livert really going to play this one through?
We need to see the crit damage attack Triana. The 15k skill 1 Triana would be more than enough to win this, but the extra turn available again for Praha. Praha does have skill 3. The additional damage is going to rip through and take out the Triana.
And it finally happened. Round 3 goes to Ismoo.
Brilliant performance from Ismoo there. Honestly, I think that his draft was perfect into something that Livert brings. I think he's found the secret to what Livert is weak to. It seems like it is these multi-hitters with sustain. Praha and Fran. When I saw that Fran, I immediately thought, wow, that is actually such a good pick into Livert's draft. And we saw how much the Praha, Annabelle, and Fran were all sustaining each other, whilst also outputting really good damage. So it's kind of like beating Livert at his own game, but at the same time with slightly different units. Perhaps Livert, we don't really see him using the Fran as much. But yeah, really impressive performance from Ismoo all round. And I'm sure that everyone will be wanting to put revenge on their Prahas now after watching.
Most definitely. I mean, this is a great show of great artifacts as well, taking advantage of additional damage with all of these multi-hitters, trying to pummel in as much as possible. It looked great for Ismoo. And we're getting into it, guys. We've got round number 4, Ismoo, Livert. Ismoo can shut it down right here, or Livert can hold on for one more match to take it into a game 5. Let's find out.
Livert really needs to be careful of this Praha. Praha is probably the bane of his existence in all these drafts. Praha being both high additional damage, high crit, tanky healer, but also on revenge. Revenge was the big downside to him. He managed to rip through his Juno a couple times. He couldn't get the stun that he needed. And even revenging against the Achroma was just more than enough attack bar and damage.
Well, Livert's going to be drafting that Triana, expecting to see the Vanessa follow up with it. Ismoo halting his draft right now. He's got CR and he's waiting on this last pick. Took a minute and takes the Praha away.
The mage is nice, but I don't really know if I like the Vanessa here. The Vanessa's too much free fodder for this Praha. Livert could respect the Praha a little bit more, and we could see the ban on it, though.
Ismoo looking at drafting a Diana as well. Kind of signaling that he's okay with this water mage being left on the field. Livert looking to wrap up his draft with 2 more picks here. Let's see if we bring a little bit more damage, or is he going to go with this very bruiser-esque draft once more?
We could see the Leona Chroma, but I don't think it's very effective. I think he really needs to take like some sort of AoE control or very, very heavy single target damage.
Taking it down to the wire here, we see the Leona being drafted. And Feng Yen, a change of pace from Livert. He's bringing out Feng Yen now.
I really like the Feng Yen. I think it's great here. I do think that it's tough because Ismoo has last pick, so you have to fight between the Lulu as well as this Kaki. However, he does have Water Mage or the Leona to fight the Kaki. So I think he actually has the potential to just ban out the Lulu instead.
Well, let's see what these bans are going to be. And it is the Lulu and it is the Leona getting banned on the side of Livert. Leader skills are going to be coming out here, and it is a speed lead for Livert. And I would like to say a speed lead for Ismoo here. He does have the resistance lead available.
Resistance lead would be great if he knows he can cap near resistance. Otherwise, the speed lead's going to be more effective for him for the additional damage by speed.
Well, speed lead for both players here. Here we go, guys. We've got round 4 with Ismoo and Livert. Let's find out. Can Ismoo shut it down here? Or can Livert take this victory and go into a game 5? Praha is going to be setting that tone here.
Praha with the first turn strip opportunity goes for it. Again, just like the Diana, only manages to hit 1.
Yep, only stripping the Feng Yen, but Feng Yen's kind of free to either skill 2 or def break up this Praha.
Interesting. They want to put the damage into that Vanessa, and we see it again. The Cocky with the devastating violent procs on the first turn.
Massive damage coming from Oni Musha is able to deal so much damage onto this Vanessa. Places the bomb on top of the Feng Yan, knowing that he already used the skill 2. Triana would be cleansing this up.
Interesting. Doesn't blow it up. Doesn't want to take any sort of strange risks. Oh, and it is on Despair. We do finally see a Despair Stun here from the Nana.
Yep, Gaki getting Despair stunned. We get shields an additional turn coming up from Triana. Triana do a little bit of poke damage on top of this Nana here. Taking advantage of the defense break on top of Ciara. Not breaking the shield, but the additional turn is going to be there to break the shield.
Oh, and the additional turn does cooldown reset that by 1 as well. So the bomb is 2 turns cooldown instead of 1 now. Extra turn means no bomb opportunity, but the defense break is shrugged off. Things are looking pretty good for Ismoo. Manages to take off every debuff so far.
Feng Yan looking to get a defense break, maybe back onto the Ciara, but Diana will be pushed to cut in front. Chooses to go onto Ciara. No defense break is going to be happening here. Diana is free to transform, though.
It's looking kind of rough as well. Even without that free transform, we do have a bomb here again on Ciara. Ciara did manage to get the violent proc earlier on, even though she was cooldown reset.
Diana just pummeling in more damage on top of this Nana. Nana still looking pretty healthy with that orb still on.
Does land the bomb, wants to rotate it. There's another proc for Ciara. Ciara's rotating again to Ismoo, getting a lot of turns on the Ciara, a lot of extra value so far.
Most definitely. He's going to have a bomb up again the next time Ciara gets a turn here, which is going to be pretty big for Ismoo. Vanessa with the defense break does not land on top of Diana here.
Pretty tragic to be missing that one. Needs that defense break, needs that threat, but Praha does have skill 3 heal and could pop it right now. Denies a lot of things as well as giving Livert, forcing him to eat that bomb.
That was interesting. I'd really would have liked to see the sleep on everybody on Livert's side of the field, but he chose not to do that here. But the bomb's not coming out again.
But the bomb's not coming out from that Ciara, even though she's taking extra turns. It doesn't really matter. She's balancing herself out by missing bombs.
Exactly. I don't know if we're going to see this. We now see the skill 3 happening now, not before, which is interesting.
They do like the Daydream. Wanted the sleep on the Triana there to deny the passive, but she will be awake.
Got these multi-hits, which is going to eat right through the Triana, deciding to go for the Triana instead. Ooh, no bomb stun happening to the Feng Yan here.
Well, that's a lot of damage, though. That Feng Yan outputting a ton of damage here. Does have the potential to put a lot of damage into this Diana early on. The heal's gone, so there's not a lot of sustain here for Ismoo. Things could be swinging back in the other direction.
Yeah, I think Livert needs some additional turns here. He needs to drop this Diana to keep it from dealing so much damage. Ciara trying to get an additional turn there. Cycled a ton of attack bar. I was thinking we might see a big skill, too, to just take care of so many units on the side of Livert.
Oh, if he gets the bomb stun here, this is pretty significant.
That's definitely going to take away an orb here. If he kills the Triana, kills the Vanessa. Doesn't kill the Vanessa, but of course the Nana is going to be dropping here. Triana's got skill, too, to heal up his team, sustain just a little bit.
He's going to go for the skill when to kill the Diana. He wants to confirm the kill. The orb is more important than grabbing the heals.
Yeah, 100%. He was able to take that easy kill with this Feng Yan. Gets that orb back up here, but already his unit of focus might be this Vanessa.
The Cocky's taking a lot of damage. Cocky's in a pretty unfavorable position right now. Gets the extra turn just like before. Shrugs off the defense break. Could be a lot of healing if he skill 1s and goes for it.
I think he has to go for the Vanessa. He goes for the AoE to deal as much damage as possible here.
Does Livert go for the cleanse? Does he want the heal opportunity? An extra turn after the heal would be pretty significant if he gets it, but no, it doesn't come through. Praha with the available strip, it has to risk the defense break from the Feng Yan.
I think it's a gamble, but I do think it's a gamble Ismoo should be taking. And it is. He gets the full strip onto the Triana. Doesn't get the full strip onto the Feng Yan, though. Triana's going to be dropping here, and that's going to take on that last orb. But the additional turn coming up for Ciara is beautiful. Bomb can come out onto Vanessa. Stop that thing from the revive here.
Oh, man, a lot of potential's coming out here. 1 kill. He needs the kill to keep rotating. He needs to stay snowballing and get ahead and stay forward.
Yeah, even if Vanessa
be able to do it.
Here, it's not going to be enough to get that passive back up here. But the Nana is looking low.
Lancing hit. Ciara needs a violent proc. Takes out the water mage. This could be huge. This could be it. It could be over now.
It just might be. The Endor is still on top of the Kaki, but I think he has to go right into the Feng Yen here if he can end it. And I think he's going to be ending it here. Bomb does not land on top of the Vanessa. He's going to detonate it, removing Feng Yen from the field. Is it enough? And it is! Ismoo moving on to the final.